I covered... No. Yeah, bro. So, yesterday I posted on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram if you have any questions for the Q&A round. And I picked some of the questions, and thank you so much for sending in the questions. And let's just get started. Also, we're filming in the living room on the floor because living in an apartment is awesome and the echo is real in here too. But yeah, I can film like anywhere now. It's awesome. I love it. So let's start off on the Instagram. What's the most difficult part of practicing a song for you? Okay, the solo is obviously the most difficult part in most songs, but the most surprising thing that's difficult is remembering where the different parts is in the song. I remember when I covered From the Pinnacle to the Pit by Ghost on Patreon. I remember that the order of the song was a little bit weird, so I remember I struggled a little bit with that. So the surprise element of being difficult in songs is that the order of things can be a little bit weird. With instead of 4 bars of something, you have 3 or yeah. So there can be a little like surprise element in some songs, but most likely it's the difficult solos that are the most challenging parts to learn. So yeah. Har du noen planer om å covere en Kvelertak-sang? Or do you have any plans to cover some Kvelertak songs on the channel? And this was a very asked question, so yeah, I guess so. But yeah, Kvelertak is awesome, so be on lookout for some Kvelertak. Maybe in like the course of the summer I'll do some Kvelertak. Let's see. What do you have set mid, treble, bass and drive to? Okay, let me just show you. This is my amp and it's a little bit dusty after moving, but this is the settings currently. So yeah. Will you do any more Muse covers? Yes, I have actually planned some Muse covers, but in terms of the copyright problems, I am not sure I'm able to actually. I want to cover more Muse songs and I will try to cover more Muse songs, but it's such a bummer when the video doesn't just get copyright claims in terms of it being blocked in some countries, it's actually just taken down. So we'll see. I want to cover more Muse, but yeah, the sound quality might be slightly different if I want to cover more Muse, to try to sort of not avoid copyright, because I know why copyright is there, but at the same time I don't make any money off the covers, so I think it's somewhat unfair, but that's a different topic. Let's just not get into copyright. So yeah, next question. Where did you get your Schecter from? Is there an online store you can recommend? I'm planning to get one myself in the future. So, first of all, awesome! Schecter is my personal favorite of guitars, so I hope that you will enjoy Schecter as much as I am. And the Schecter that I have is the thing right here. I got from a Norwegian guitar store online, which is called Gitarhuset.no. I would really recommend Schecter as well, but yeah, Gitarhuset.no. But I don't think they ship to like many different countries. I'm not sure. I can check it out, and yeah, I'm not sure, but I really recommend Schecter. Next question. I know you have a ukulele, but I've never heard you play the ukulele. Would you be able to play it and post it on YouTube? I actually have a ukulele song cover-ish on my Adobe channel. which was the Last of Us theme song on ukulele. I love The Last of Us. Yeah, I actually have some covers I am practicing on ukulele. But the thing is that ukulele, I haven't tried to like get ukulele heavy, but I think that if I were to cover a heavy song on ukulele, I think half of the charm with the ukulele would actually be to keep it clean and so. But yeah, I would really like to have some ukulele songs, not just as an April's Fool kind of joke thing, but to actually have a serious cover on ukulele. And I actually have a song practiced with solo and everything. The only thing is that instead of having the solo on a guitar, it's actually on a ukulele. And yeah, I think it's going to be pretty cool, but I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to record it. But yeah, I have some ukulele covers planned. Do you really learn the Metal Sunday songs in 1 week? If it's an easy song, I am, as most human beings, quite the procrastinator. Learning the easier songs in 1 week? No. Learning the easier songs in 1 evening? Yes. It's not a good way of doing it, but that's happening. For example, The Handler, I started learning it Saturday evening and I recorded it Sunday morning, and I'm somewhat I'm the pro in procrastinating. Is that the word? I'm not sure. But the more difficult songs, I usually spend a little bit more time than just a week, but I spend less time than I'd like to learn the songs, because most of the songs I can tend to remember afterwards because I learned them, I recorded them, and then I need to move on to the next song, so I don't get to sort of store them in some long-term memory. So most of the solos especially I forget like after 1 week or so, but they're there, so yeah. So to answer the question, it really depends on the song, but between 1.5 weeks and 1 day I learned the Metal Sunday songs, depending on the song. So, next question! What's the best way to learn a song which has many parts in it, like Save Me by Avenged? If it has a lot of different parts to it, it's actually quite the natural splitting into different parts that you can learn. For example, Save Me has a really long intro, and a lot of the guitar tabs out there have actually split the intro into like intro A, intro B, intro C, intro D, intro... I think it goes to F or G or something. It's like ridiculous. But then again, the intro is quite long. But if the song has a lot of different parts, the best way of learning it is actually to learn the different parts itself and then build the song from there. And my recommendation is actually to learn the easiest parts first, because then you get the foundation to actually build the song quite early and get sort of the details of the song like etter hvert. I'm not sure what the word is. Etter hvert? What? As time passes on, you get to learn the more detailed parts. I'm not sure, but yeah, start with the easier parts and go more and more difficult as you learn them, and yeah, just build the song from there. Oh, I bit my tongue. I bit my tongue like big time. Oh man. Oh. What's your favorite 80s hair metal or glam metal band? Does Mötley Crüe count? Because Mötley Crüe is badass. I really like Mötley Crüe. So I'm going to answer Mötley Crüe, whether or not that's the right like genre, because I really like Mötley Crüe. What's the most difficult guitar technique you have ever learned? Okay, so there is this one guitar technique that I have tried learning. I still cannot play this technique because it's ridiculous, and it's just ridiculous. That's the only word I have for it. Let me show you. So you have tapping, like tapping with multiple like fingers on both hands, it's just ridiculous. But when you start tapping like this, what in the world is that? It's so difficult to play, and I still can't play it, but I have a goal to actually be able to play tapping this way, but as of right now, it's ridiculous. But what is this? What is this? And you're supposed to mute with your pinky, so you can just like slam it onto the guitar neck. You actually have to like lightly just have it there. And tapping with this, so you have no muting here, you don't have any fallback. You have this little pinky here as your only fallback on not just mistakes, but actually just noise as well, because tapping creates a lot of like extra noise. And this is what you have to sort of help. What? But it's such a cool technique, and I really want to learn it. What is your favorite band at the moment and why? I have actually listened so much to Thin Lizzy because I have borrowed my stepdad's car sometimes, and he is like hardcore Thin Lizzy fan, and he has a CD in the car and the radio doesn't work properly. So I'm listening to a lot of Thin Lizzy, and it's such cool music. I really like their music. They have actually moved quite a little bit up on my list. So yeah. What are your favorite cartoons if you watch any? Also, do you watch anime? I don't watch that much anime. I read some mangas when I was younger, but I've never actually watched like anime. But my favorite cartoons would, I think Rick and Morty is my favorite cartoons, if that counts as cartoons, because it's still cartoons, but it's not, I don't think it's meant for like children. But Rick and Morty is really awesome, and I really like South Park. And my all-time favorite is Rick and Morty, but the thing is that South Park does actually have 20 seasons or something, so you have so much material with South Park. Not everything is good, but then again you have a lot that's awesome. But Rick and Morty it's just so strange, and I love it so much, and it has space and time travel and teleporting and just all that's good in the world. And yeah, I really like Rick and Morty. Do you enjoy going to see live music? What bands have you seen, and are you going to see any in the future? And sort of a connected question, more like connected answer, because I'm going to answer this. Are you planning to see any band on Gröna Lund, Stockholm this summer? I'm going to see Rob Zombie myself. The thing is that I love seeing bands live, and I am going to Sweden this summer, but I'm not sure it's Gröna Lund. No, because it's not in Stockholm. But I am going to see a band in Sweden this summer, and I'm so excited because it's the first time I'm seeing them live, and I have just completely fallen in love with their music, and I'm so excited. So yeah, I'm going to Sweden this summer. Yes. Are you going to do any more As I Lay Dying videos? Yes, I am. I really like As I Lay Dying. And if you have any special requests, let me know. Let's head over to the Twitter. Yeah. What is one song that will always have a special place in your heart? Mine is Fade to Black. When this question came, I actually got two songs in mind, and one of them is actually Metallica, so we have that in common. One of the songs that will always have a special place in my heart is Sad But True by Metallica, because I think that is one of the first metal songs that I didn't just hear, but I actually listened to it. I had it on my iPod because I lived in the Stone Age when iPods were a thing. Not just iPod like in touch iPod, but I'll schmuck a picture in here of my iPod. And yeah, it was an old one, but a good one. And I love Black Hole Sun by Soundgarden, because the chord progression in that song is just unreal. I really like chords. Lead parts in songs are awesome, but the chords I feel are so underrated because they can just change the song amazingly often. And I've actually tried to play Black Hole Sun on my ukulele, and the thing is that the first chord, which I play as an E minor, you sing it as a major, but you play it as a minor, and you can also play it as a major, and you can... it's just so fascinating because you can play it as a major chord and you can play it as a minor chord, and it still sounds right. And that's so weird to me, because why is that? When you play a major or a minor chord, you're supposedly playing one right and one wrong, but they're both right. What in the world? So Black Hole Sun will always have a little special place in my heart, because the chord progression in that song is just everything done right, and I don't know why, and I love it so much. I love this question. Do you think there are other planets that are able to support humanity or human life? Yes! Yes, yes, yes! I strongly believe, and I'm just... Yes, there are planets. There has to be planets, and I think they actually have found planets that they are like, okay, this is like 99% sure to support human life. The problem is that getting there without dying first is sort of the bigger challenge, because there are very, very many stars like our sun in the universe. There are many stars, and the distance between our sun and the Earth is not unique distance. So there are other copies, or you can say, of our solar system, other places in the universe. The thing is that the distance between those is just insane. So even though you have our sun here and another sun here, and the Earth distance between livable planets are somewhat the same, and it's possible to live there for human life, the problem would be getting there, because the distance is so ridiculous that even if you are able to build a machine that can go that far, I'm not sure human life would be able to go that far, because the human lifespan of like 80-90 years is not long enough to travel there without having bone-breaking speed. And I don't think that we are actually able to get bone-breaking speed in the space without running out of fuel. But then again, I think the most scary thing I can imagine is having, it's like being immortal and then going out to space and not being able to get somewhere. You're actually just floating around in space with your immortality, not able to go anywhere, not able to run anywhere, and not able to actually finish anytime soon because you're actually immortal. So, keeping things on the question, because I can just talk about this for so long. Yes, I strongly believe that there are humanity supportive planets. That's a really Norwegian way of phrasing that. But I think the biggest problem is not finding the other planet, it's actually to get people to the other planet. So yeah, but I love the question. I love space so much. I love space, just wow, what is space, you know? Last question! What is your what is your all-time favorite song to play on lead guitar? Mine is Nightmare by Avenged Sevenfold. Oh, that's a difficult question. I think that Higher by Avenged Sevenfold might be it. I'm not sure though. Man, I just love playing guitar, so regardless of it being lead or not, it's still pretty like cool, but I think higher with the tapping part. It's one of my favorites like right now. And also Save Me is really fun to play. And Dangerline, I had a lot of fun with Dangerline. And also Time and Time Again by Andy James. I love that song. But we're running out of time and I have 10 seconds to do the outro. Thank you so much for sending in the questions. It means so much to me. And let me know if you have any ideas for other videos.